Hello and welcome all. Today we will see how we can select the input and output capacitance of an SMPS very easily without very confusing maths. How we can calculate the value of the capacitor. Let's take this circuit. The 230 volt AC is coming and the bridge rectifier rectifies it, and the energy is stored in the capacitor, and there is an inductor and a switching transistor. The transistor is switching at a frequency of 100 kilohertz, and we have taking the output from it. The output voltage we want is 5 volts and the output current is 2 ampere. So in this case, the output voltage is we want is 5 volts and the output current is 2 ampere. So the power will be voltage into current. That means 5 volt into 2 ampere means 10 watt of current is needed at the output. If we consider in this AC, if the voltage is very low, say 85 volt of voltage, a minimum voltage of 85 volt, then after rectification the DC will be given by AC voltage into 1.41 will give the DC voltage at the capacitor. That means 85 voltage into 1.41 will give 120 volts will be across the capacitor in the worst case. That means when the output voltage is only 85 volts. Now, how will we calculate the value of the input capacitor? Now, if we consider the efficiency of the circuit as 80%, that means the input power has to be more in order to get 10 watt at the output. That means if we want 10 watts and the efficiency is only 80%, then the power in will be given by output power divided by efficiency. That means 10 watt by efficiency is 18 by 100. That means 18%. That will give 12.5 watts. In order to get 10 watt at the output, we have to, the input has to supply 12.5 watts, and after some power losses we will get 10 watts output power. If 12.5 watt is the input power, and we know that the capacitor, and we know that when the input voltage is 85 volts, the capacitor has a DC voltage of 120 volts. So in order to get 12.5 watt at the input, when the input DC capacitor voltage is 120 volts, the current will be P in by V in. That means 12.5 watts divided by 120 volts. That what this means? This means that in order to get 12.5 watts at the input, this will give 104, that is 104 milliampere. This 100 milliampere with 120 volt, each electron carries 120 volt, and now the total energy will be 12.5 watts. If 104 milliampere current, each electron, if this is the electron and each electron carries an energy of 120 volt, then 104 milliampere current will supply a power of 12.5 watts. So the input current is 104 milliampere. Now, as we seen from the circuit that we are switching on and off the transistor at 100 kilohertz frequency. This means that if the frequency is 100 kilohertz, the time is 1 by f. 1 by f means 1 by 100 kilohertz. 1 by 100 into this will gives 10 microseconds. The total time period will be 10 microseconds. This is the frequency. This total time will be 100 microseconds. And if the on time is 0.5, that means in 100 microseconds, in 10 microsecond, the transistor is on for only 5 microseconds and off for 5 microseconds and again on for 5 microseconds. If the transistor is on off like that, that means half the time it is on and half the time it is off. Then the total time will be 10 microsecond and the on time is half the time. 10 microsecond in 0.5, half means 5 microsecond. The time the transistor is on is 5 microsecond. During the time of 5 microsecond, how much is the current that the capacitor has to deliver in order to have the required power? That means when 104 milliampere current flows, an average current, in one second, in one second, this is the current flow in 1 second. If it is the current flow in 1 second, what will be the current flow when the transistor is on for 5 microseconds? 1 second, 104 milliampere is flowing. So the current flow in 5 microseconds will be given by 104 milliampere into 5 microseconds. That will give the charge delivered by the capacitor is this into this will give 5000 into 10 raised to minus 9. This is the charge flown out of the capacitor during 5 microseconds. Now we will know that as the current is flown out of the capacitor, that means this much of charge is flown out of the capacitor, the voltage of the capacitor is decreases. How much the voltage we want to be reduced by that? If we want 1000 of the maximum voltage is 120 volt. If we want only 1000 of that means 0.12 volt has to be changed when the transistor is on. That means when the transistor is on for 5 microseconds and the current, the charge delivered will be 5020, this much of charge is flown out of the capacitor, the voltage of the capacitor has to be decreased only by 0.12 volt. It is 120 volt, and when this much of charge is flown out of the capacitor, the voltage will be decreased only by this much amount. So we can now calculate what will be the value of the capacitor. The value of the capacitor will be given by Q by V. That means what is the charge that is flown out in 5 microseconds divided by what is the change in voltage due to this flow of electrons. The charge that is flown out of the capacitor in 5 microseconds is given as we calculated is 520 into 10 raised to minus 9. 520 into 10 raised to minus 9. And due to this flow of charge and due to this flow of electrons or flow of charge, the voltage is decreased by 0.12 volts. So now we can calculate, due to the flow of this much of charge, the change in voltage is only 0.2 volt. So the capacitance is calculated as 4.33 into 10 raised 4.33 microfarad. That means if 4.33 microfarad capacitor is used, it is able to give 520 into 10 raised to minus 9 ampere of current for 5 microseconds, and the voltage change in voltage will only be 0.12 volt. If lower values of capacitor is used, what will happen? Lower value of capacitor is used, the voltage, more voltage will be, the change in voltage will be more. So as the value of the capacitance increases, the change in voltage decreases. So the input value of the capacitor is 4.33 into 33 microfarad. Now we will calculate the value of the output capacitor. As the output current is we have to get is 2 ampere on. If the transistor is on, the secondary will be reverse biased. When it is positive and negative, this will be negative and positive, and it is reverse biased. At that time, the only way the load can get the current is given by the capacitor. The only way the load get the power is through the capacitor. So the on time of the transistor is 5 microsecond. During that 5 microsecond, the capacitor has to deliver enough charge through the load. So as we know, we want 2 ampere of output current, and the capacitor has to deliver this current for 5 microseconds. So the total charge the capacitor has to deliver for 5 microseconds is 2 into 2 amperes the current band, output current bonded. And if it is only supplied for, this is the current for 1 second. So in 5 microsecond, only 10 into 10 raised to minus 6 ampere will be needed. So the charge delivered by the output capacitor will be 10 microampere current in 5 microsecond. In 5 microsecond, only 10 microampere current will be needed by the capacitor to deliver to the output. And if we want, that means when 10 microampere of current will be delivered to the output by the capacitor, the capacitance value, the voltage of the capacitor, if we want only to be changed by 100th of its maximum voltage is 5 volt. If we want the voltage only to change from 5 volt to 0.05 volt, that means 5 minus 0.05 volt is given by 4.95 volt. That means when the capacitor is delivering this much of charge, 10 microampere of charge for 5 microsecond, its voltage will be reduced from 5 volt to 4.95 volt. After delivering this much of current, the voltage will be this. That means the change in voltage is 0.05, or we can say 5 into 10 raised to minus 2 volt. As earlier, we can calculate that capacitance is equal to the charge flown out of the capacitor, and due to this flow of charge, how much the voltage has been changed. As we calculated, this is the charge flown out of the capacitor, and the change in voltage is 5 into 10 raised to minus 2 volt, or 0.05 volt. So it gives 2 into 10 raised to 200 microfarad capacitor. That means we have to select a capacitance of 4.33 microfarad at the input and 200 microfarad at the, and as we know that when the input voltage is increasing, that means when this voltage is increasing, the capacitor has to store more energy. If it increases to say 265 volt, then 265 into 1.41 will give around 375, like that voltage. So we will select the value of the capacitor voltage as 400 volt, and as we want 5 volt, as we want this voltage is 5 volt, we will select a output capacitor voltage of 5 volt. So the value of the capacitance is 200 microfarad at the output, and the voltage is 10 volt, capacitor voltage is 10 volt, and the input value of the capacitor 4.33 microfarad, and the input voltage is 400 volts. Thus, how can easily calculate without any complex mathematics?